Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Every now and again, one of the most domineering questions I get, even in my DM on Instagram, is Hi Jemima, I like what you do. I love the stories you tell, but I'm curious, how did you start your career as a screenwriter in Nollywood? Or they could even say, oh, I'm an aspiring screenwriter, but I do not know how to start my journey as a screenwriter in Nollywood. So I said, hold up, why don't you do a video telling everybody how you started your career in Nollywood as a screenwriter? And here I am. So, but before I continue, I'd like to say, hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please click on the subscribe button right now because this is the first of many videos that I would be making for you. I'll be giving you tips, I'll be sharing my journey as a screenwriter, I'll be telling you various secrets, values, and everything I feel has helped me in my journey so far as a screenwriter. So let's get started. Okay, firstly, I do not want to jump the gun and assume that you know who a screenwriter is or who a scriptwriter is. So basically, a screenwriter or a scriptwriter is someone who writes scripts for films. Now, this goes beyond just mere storytelling. As a scriptwriter or a screenwriter, you should know how to properly format scripts, especially formatting that aligns with what is accepted in the industry. So you should know how to write industry standard scripts, right? So that's what a screenwriter does. We are the bedrock of production because without scripts, there are no films. The script is what the crew, the director, the producer, it's what they work with. So don't let anyone deceive you into saying, oh, I'm not important because I'm just a writer. You are important because if you did not tell that story in the first place, there would be no film. So yes, a writer is definitely important. So if you scroll down to my YouTube channel, you'd see several excerpts of some of the scripts that I have written. If you haven't watched them, please go and watch them. Go and watch them and let me know your thoughts. Let me know what you think about them. Let me know if you found them interesting. Let me know your comments. I'd really, really love to hear from you. I am big on feedback. So yeah, I'd really, really love to hear from you. Now, how did I start my journey as a screenwriter in Nollywood? The first thing I did was to enroll in film school. That was the first thing I did. I was privileged to get two scholarships into two film schools. I went to the African Film Academy and I also attended the Royal Arts Academy, both on fully paid scholarships. So that was the first thing I did. Prior to this, I had taken a master class in script writing, but it was virtual, and I felt that going to film school would help me get accustomed to not just the writing craft, but also to meet other filmmakers in the industry. So I went on to film school and I learned. That was the very first thing I did. So the second thing I did was to learn about filmmaking. Now, after I feel like one big mistake some people make is they just learn how to write scripts, but they do not learn production. As a writer, you know that your script is going to be made into a film. So you learning about filmmaking sort of helps you while writing. I remember when I first started writing, I used to write scripts that had a lot of characters and a lot of locations and a lot of props and a lot of costumes because I was just writing the stories the way they were in my head. But after I went taking trainings in filmmaking, I realized that the way I write my script takes a huge toll on budgeting. It takes a huge toll on even the success of the production itself. So I went ahead and I learned about actual filmmaking. In fact, I have taken I've been on a number of productions. I have had my own solo production twice. I have been on a number of other productions because it helps you like learn how scripts are being made into films. And I feel like for the writer, learning never stops. Even currently, I am still taking another course in screenwriting. I have a screenwriting coach. Just me basically doing anything that keeps me learning. So I want to say that if you're going to be a successful writer in Nollywood, you cannot stop learning. You have to constantly and consistently feed on knowledge materials that will help you grow your craft as a screenwriter. Another thing that I did that has helped me so far in my journey as a screenwriter in Nollywood is to write tons of scripts. Yes, you heard me. I I've learned to write tons of scripts. So before I started writing for profits, and by profit I mean writing to earn, initially I was just writing scripts because for me, writing is not just a hobby, it's a muscle. And we all know that if you don't flex your muscles, they are going to become taut, they are going to become stiff. So you don't want your writing to become stiff. You want to get better. And because you want to get better, one thing you have to constantly do is to write. In fact, I make it a point of duty to write a story or to write a script every single day. Now, it's not easy, but it's one thing that will help you because um like I said, you want to flex that writing muscle. So initially, when I first started writing, I was writing for friends. Anytime my friends wanted to like do a production and they didn't have the money to pay a script writer, I would tell them, "Oh, don't worry, guys, I would write for you. Just give me my writer's credit." So I started to write for a number of my friends. Along the line, I started getting paid bit by bit, but I kept writing. And I'm saying this because I've met writers that they just want to break even. You just got into the industry and you're already thinking of writing for profit. Now that's a good mindset to have, but the truth is the money doesn't always come immediately for some of us. For me, at least, it didn't come immediately. I had written a number of scripts before I even started to earn from my writing. So before you get to the point where you start to earn from your writing, I feel like you should concentrate on becoming a better writer. Because when you write the first script, and you write the second script and you write the third script, by the time you're writing the fifth script, when you compare the progress of your fifth script to your first script, there should be a marginal difference that someone who has not seen your first script can say, wow, you've written well. And by the time you're writing your 10th script, there's a high chance that that 10th script would be marketable. So why am I saying this? You need to consistently put out your work out there. It could even be in little bits. I remember there was a time I used to storm or rather put a lot of um script excerpts on my Instagram. My Instagram handle is Jemima the Writer, by the way. So I used to put my script excerpt on Instagram, and people would read and then they would say they liked it. Now it was important to me because one thing about your scripts in the industry is that your script has to be likable. Many people don't realize, but it's true. Your script has to be likable. If the actors don't like your script, if the directors don't like your script, if the producers don't like your script, especially the first 5 pages of your script, that script is as good as not being produced. It's as good as a dormant script. It's going to be archived. And you don't want that. You don't want all your hours of writing and hard work to just be kept on the shelf somewhere. You want it to be made into a movie. So this is why you need to continue writing. Don't say, oh, because you wrote your first script or your second or your third script and nobody's buying it, then you stop writing. If you really, really want to make it a career, you have to continue writing. I remember there was a time I had like a good number of spec scripts and I sold my last outstanding spec script this year. And I had written this script I think over 2 years ago when I was still learning how to write. So I had to just like tweak it a bit because I mean, of course, I have gotten better. So I had to tweak it a bit and then I sold it for a good price. Meanwhile, I couldn't sell the script back then because it wasn't good enough. It wasn't marketable. But I'm glad that I stuck with it. It was a beautiful story. And over time, I was able to like tweak it, edit it till it became marketable in the year 2024. So don't stop writing. Keep writing. Keep getting better. Keep honing your skills. Like a machete, keep sharpening your writing skills. Keep flexing your writing muscle. It will do you great good. Okay, now I'm going to my next or final point, which is join filmmaking communities. Recently, I got a DM from somebody who said he wanted to be, he wasn't making it in the industry. According to him, he's a great writer, but he wasn't making. Even I asked the first question I asked, I said, "What communities do you belong to?" And he didn't have a response for me. So this is something I feel a lot of writers are neglecting. I think there's an African adage that says if you want to go fast, you go alone, but if you want to go far, you go with people. I am big on communities because I have seen how communities help you thrive. I have seen how communities challenge you to do better. I am on a number of filmmaking communities. I am on writers communities. I am on actors communities. I am on producers communities. I am on general filmmaking platforms. Why am I on these communities? Sometimes you want to know what is happening in the industry. On these communities, they talk about the problems. You can hear a producer say something like, "Oh, I had a script writer that wrote me a script, and the script had 5 locations, or the script writer wrote a location that was not easy to source for." And then other producers start complaining that, "Oh, it's true, we're having problems sourcing for this particular location." Now that you've heard that, you're equipped with that knowledge, what you want to do is to avoid writing stories that revolves rather around that kind of location. That knowledge you got from that community has helped you become a better writer. I am often on writing communities as well. And on this community, sometimes we have debates, sometimes we critique each other's work, we discuss story ideas, we discuss trending films. All of these things helps you stay abreast with the information that you need. So what am I saying in essence? Join filmmaking communities. Don't shut yourself out there. When you hear there's a filmmaking event happening, get yourself out of the house and go and attend, because the person that is going to buy your script is not your family that lives with you in your house. It's not your best friend that loves you. The person who is going to buy your script is that producer out there, is that director, is that actor, is that set design person that's going to recommend you. But these guys, they do not know your house address. They attend events, they attend filmmaking events, they are on these communities. So you want to do yourself good by joining one of these communities so that you can have access to the information that will help you get your career started as a screenwriter in Nollywood. So, this is where I will stop today. I hope you have learned one or two things from what I have shared. Please, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, click on the subscribe button and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I promise to bring you guys much more amazing videos that would help you on your journey. I am no other but Jemima the writer, a screenwriter in Nollywood. I love to refer to myself as the excellent storyteller. So yeah, I don't know if you guys have any questions. If you do, please drop them in the comments. I will definitely look out for them. I'll try to answer them in my next video. And if you have anything you want to talk about, please shoot me a DM on Instagram at Jemima the Writer, and do well to follow me as well. I will be looking forward to your feedback. And until next time, do have a fantastic, fantastic, fantastic time being the most awesome writer that you can ever be. From me is bye bye. Bye for now. Love you.